So I want you guys to walk with me. I want you to actually see and imagine what is actually possible once you get certified and land your first tech role. I'm Rob from PastTechSearch.com, a former U.S. Army Staff Sergeant that has a bunch of certifications, has an MBA in tech, and has helped over 15,000 people just like you break into tech. So do me a favor. If you're not driving, close your eyes and imagine this. It's 12 months from today. You wake up, you don't have an alarm because you don't need one anymore. You sleep until your body tells you it's time to wake up. You walk into the kitchen, you make coffee, or you drink your energy drink, or you drink some tea. You say good morning to your kids before they go off to school. Then you walk into a spare bedroom that you turn into an office, or you have a full home office. You open up your laptop and you start working. Your shift is supporting a Fortune 500 company or a tech startup or your dream company, Google, Facebook, Amazon. You're troubleshooting, you're handling issues, you're doing everything you want to do. Plus, your salary went from 40 to 50 to nearly $80,000 a year. Your back don't hurt no more. You're not on your feet for 50, 60, 70 hours a week. You're not asking your manager for time off so you can play with your kids because your kids is right there in the other room. When you're done, you close your laptop and you go. This ain't no fantasy. This ain't make-believe. This ain't out of your reach. This is exactly what's on the other side of getting just a few certifications. Understand, today is the day that you need to decide to do something different. You know, most of these episodes are about current news, what's going on right now. But what I want to do today is frame and form your future. I want you to get unstuck. I want you to stop going to a job that you absolutely hate. And I want you to stop believing that this is impossible. Today, I'm going to just take you on a tour of the other side. The version of your life 12 months from now, 24 months from now, 36 months from now. And just make a decision to get certified and really take that next step into tech. Real numbers, real jobs, real stories of people who started exactly where you are or people that may have even been in a worse spot than you are right now. But in this episode, you're going to know exactly what is possible. But it's going to be up to you to actually execute and take that next step so you can start making all of this stuff real. Before I start painting this picture, giving you this roadmap and telling you everything that you need to know, I want you to know what's possible specifically, right? You need to understand the world that we're in right now. Because most people on outside of tech have a messed up view and just the wrong perspective on what's actually happening. They'll see something like Google is laying off people. They hear AI is taking over. They think, man, this is probably the worst time to break into tech. Let me give you real data. CompTIA, which is the largest IT certification body in the world, just released their State of Tech Workforce Report last month. The numbers say this. There's 9.8 million people are projected to be working in tech this year alone. Almost 190,000 new tech jobs have been created this year alone. All 50 states, every single one, is projected to gain tech jobs this year and next year. And this is the crazy thing. Over the next 10 years, tech jobs are projected to grow at twice the rate of all other U.S. employment. Twice, double. So while other industries are kind of contracting, shrinking, this one is doubling down. Now, it's something really, really interesting though. Some roles are growing a lot faster than other roles. Cybersecurity and engineers are projected to grow at 3 times the rate of any other tech job. Data scientists, software developers, and engineers, all of these fields are growing, right? As AI grows, these fields are growing as well. The myth about AI is taking coding jobs, AI is going to take the job. Anybody that's in the know and doesn't watch the news 24/7 and actually uses these tools know that these tools are wonderful, great, blah, 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 but they have tremendous flaws and still need a human to really get the full potential out of them, to make sure that there's no security issues, to make sure that there's no flaws. So when somebody tells me the tech is dying, this rap is oversaturated, they're either ignorant or just lying to themselves. The data shows the exact opposite. I'm telling you this because I was once where you are right now. This isn't like I wasn't just born and damn just had all these certifications, knew all this stuff. It took decades of time. I want to tell you what's possible for you by telling you a little bit about me, right? I wasn't born in tech. I had to figure all this shit out the hard way. So picture this, man. If you've ever been to Virginia Beach specifically, you know that the summers are extremely hot, ridiculously hot. Hot as hell, right? So I'm in Virginia Beach. I'm about 21, and I'm working my first big boy job. So I had an HVAC job, right? I was fixing the air conditioners. I was up before the sun, racing to get my work done before it got too damn hot. Because going in the attics, it was dangerous, man, because it would be 150 sometime inside of the attic. You're constantly sweating, so on and so forth. So one particular day, I'm in this attic working, and I didn't want to go back downstairs and have to come back upstairs. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to thug it out, and I'm going to go ahead and keep on working, blah, blah, blah. And the temperature in the attic was almost 140 degrees. I pushed through, I tried to finish it, so I can go and grab lunch, right? So I could be done for the day. And I finished the job, closed everything up, make sure everything worked, and I climbed down the ladder, and I passed the hell out, man. Everything went black. When I came to, it was this old lady standing over me, fanning me, and I was asking, what the hell happened? Did something fall on my head? What's going on? She said, no, I think you passed out. So that day is the day that I passed out from heat exhaustion in a stranger's garage. It was at that very moment that I realized something. Man, I hate this damn job. Not the kind of hate where you kind of complain about it and then take your ass back to work. I'm talking about the kind of hate where you realize your boss cares more about getting this stuff fixed than you actually being alive. After I passed out, 2 weeks later, I enlisted into the Army, right? And the first thing I told the recruiter was, hey, man, I don't want no job that includes rocket or gun in the job title, right? So I took the ASVAB right there on the spot, which is the entrance exam for the military. And somehow I scored high enough to become what's known as an information technology specialist, or pretty much just a computer guy, right? So it's called a 25 Bravo. That's when everything changed. So I was in for a couple years and finally got called up to fight for my country. You know, I deployed. I got my first certification in the Army. I learned discipline and structure under pressure. I figured out that I actually love this stuff, man. Computers, network, security, leading people, teaching people, educating people. My last duty station, I actually was at a schoolhouse, right? So I actually was teaching people their actual jobs, right? So teaching them how to set up networks, teaching them how to secure networks, teaching them how to set up everything from A to Z, on top of passing the most popular certifications in the industry. So A+, Net Plus, Security Plus. Fast forward, I stacked over 12 certifications. I got an MBA, and I started training people once I got out. And what I noticed working with civilians who came up with a certification and stuff like that, was the same thing every time. When they got certified, their lives didn't just change, they literally transformed. Their income doubled. Sometimes it would triple. And they went from physical jobs that destroyed their mind, body, and soul to being fully remote and getting paid 2 to 3 times as much as when they actually had to physically go into somewhere. This is what powers my company, Master IT. We're veteran owned and we're built for people who want a real shot. So I helped over 15,000 people. Right now we got an 80% pass rate. And the reason I'm telling you all this is because I want you to know and I want you to get exactly what I'm talking about. I started where you are, right? I know what the hell a dead end job feels like. And I know exactly what's on the other side. So I just want to go through a couple different things on what's possible once you get certified. The number one thing that's possible is being able to work from anywhere, right? I'm going to walk you through 5 specific things that changed and will change in your life once you get certified. Number one is something that comes up all the time when I talk to people who fill out our roadmap, right? And if you're looking for a free roadmap, some guidance on trying to figure out how to get into tech, what certification you should get, what career you should actually pursue, go to pasttechsearch.com or hit the link in the description, and I'll send you a free roadmap. It'll take about 2 minutes, and you'll have guidance on what to execute on, right? Almost every single person, right, who fills out the information to get their personalized roadmap kind of says the same version of the same thing. I want to work from home and spend more time with my family, or I want a remote job that I can do from anywhere, or I want to live wherever and I want to work from anywhere. That's a dream, right? For them. And here's the reality. Tech is one industry where whatever your dreams, whatever your goals, whatever your aspirations are, it's actually real and it's common and it's easily attainable. And people are doing it every day. As of right now, 87% of tech companies hire globally for remote positions. I just had a student who actually landed a job, a remote job with Home Depot not too long ago. Because when he actually told me about it, I was like, man, you got an interview with Home Depot. What the hell going on? Shit must have went left. He's like, no, it's for a tech position. And he actually landed the job, man. So that's going to be his first full remote job, and I'm super proud of him. So just know this. Imagine you're someone who right now is delivering packages for Amazon, driving for Uber, working retail, working healthcare, an educator, in the military. And 12 months from now, after you get a few certifications, you land your first full remote job. Ain't got to worry about traffic. Ain't got to worry about what you wear. You're not getting yelled at by your manager. You're not on your feet for fucking 12 hours a day. You're sitting at your kitchen table. You're sitting on your couch. You're sitting in your office at home. You're in a coffee shop. You're in your car in the middle running errands. You're earning real money, and you actually like your job, and you can actually be there for your family. You can actually do the things that you want to do. This is not hypothetical. This is the reality for hundreds of thousands of people right now. The next thing I want to talk about on what's possible is the money, the income transformation. Now, I'm not going to do something cute and just say, hey, man, you can make $100,000 in 30 days or nothing like that. I'm going to be completely honest about it. Most people that are listening to this right now are probably earning anywhere from $40,000 to maybe $60,000 a year. Some of you may be earning even less than that. And we don't have to get into the specifics, but we already know that shit is not enough money, right? Check to check, hand to mouth. We need to get some more money. Some of you are in positions and have jobs to where you're making a certain amount of money and you've hit a ceiling. They actually told you, like, hey, man, ain't no more money. It's over with. Pretty much at this rate, you're never going to get ahead. Here's what getting certified can look like financially. According to CompTIA's data, and this is across the entire U.S. tech workforce, the median tech worker earns over 120% more than the median U.S. wage. Not 100%, but 120%. So if the average American is making around 60 grand, the average tech worker is sitting around 120 or 130 grand. And here's the most important thing that people don't think about. Tech salaries don't start at the average. They start at very, very, very respectable numbers, right? Even at entry level, right? I have students that start off at 65, 70, $80,000 a year, right? Or even if you have to start at 50,000, you have the possibility, right, of being able to make six figures is what you need to look at. So if you let's do some actual roles. Let's say that you're a help desk technician, right? You probably start off around like mid 50s, so like 55, almost 60. Desktop support specialist gonna start around 60 something. Let's say a network engineer is probably gonna start off around 80, 85. Cybersecurity specialist at the lowest, you're gonna start off at 85. And cybersecurity for sure, you're gonna get into those six-figure roles. Then you got cloud, you got AI roles, you got data analytics, a bunch of roles that have six-figure opportunities. Let me give you the math because I think it'll help you a little bit better, right? So let's say that you're earning $45,000 a year right now, right? And you make a transition to $75,000 by getting some type of support role. That's 30 more grand every year for the rest of your life. Over 5 years, that's $150,000 in additional income. Over 10 years, that's $300,000 in additional income. And this is if you don't get any raises. This is if you just stay at 75. Over 25 years, that's an extra $750,000, a quarter or $750,000. And this is just entry level math. If you stack a couple more certs, if you look in different couple of locations, if you actually keep on progressing, you will make over $1 million in additional income. This ain't theory. I've watched thousands of students do this, go from barely making it to really thriving and progressing. Now, aside from the money, another thing that is super important to almost everybody that's listening to this and everybody that gets their roadmap is figuring out how the hell do I spend more time with family, right? And this might be, or probably is going to be the hardest, for some of you. This is super important, time with your family. And I want you to read something. These are real words from real people who filled out the roadmap and got their roadmap. I work 2 jobs, but I just want to work 1 job and spend more time with my family. I want to take care of my family. I want to be home for my kids. I want to have a job that my children are actually proud of. I want to be around for my kids because some people have jobs to where it's literally beating them down so bad they're afraid that they might have a heart attack or they might pass out or they might have a stroke. Your current job, whatever it is, probably has fixed hours. You go in, you put in your time, you come home exhausted. Maybe you work overtime just to make ends meet. Maybe you even have 2 jobs. Either way, you don't have any time for yourself or your family. In tech, especially in remote roles I just talked about, your time really becomes yours again. You might still have to work 40 hours, sometimes even a little bit more, but you control where those hours happen and you control how your day flows. You pick up your kids from school. You make breakfast for them in the morning. You be there when your daughter or your son has practice or their first dance recital without burning a vacation day or without having to have that vacation time denied or destroyed. So a couple years back, right, I had a student, single mom, 2 kids. She was working as a CNA, which is a CNA is a certified nursing assistant. I want to say that's what it stands for. She was doing like 12 to 16-hour shifts, and it was like something weird. It was like she had to do 12 to 16-hour shifts, and it was like she had worked 7 days straight, and then had 3 days off, and then worked 5 days. It was like a weird ass schedule, right? But anyway, she was burnt out. She felt her body breaking down on her, and she barely saw her kids. And one of the breaking points for her was that she noticed that it was either her daughter or her son was mistakenly calling the like the daycare people, right? She was calling one of the daycare people mommy. And that was kind of like the breaking point for her, like, oh shit, I got to be around my kids more. It's like, this isn't going to work, right? Just because, unfortunately, the way her life was set up at the time, her children were seeing the daycare people way more than they were seeing her. So she came through the program. She got A+ in, I want to say, like 4 or 5 weeks. She got her first IT support job at a regional hospital. And the crazy thing was, it was fully remote. 9 to 5, and she had all her weekends off. She emailed me about a year ago or so, I want to say, and she said for the first time in her kids' entire lives, she was home for dinner every night. She could say good morning to him every morning. She helped him with a homework. She could tuck him in, all that type of stuff, right? She said, you know, my kids look at me like I'm a completely different person, like they have a brand new mom. I'm the same person, you know, I just got my time back. That right there is what tech actually buys you. Not a fancy title, not a Cybertruck, but time, right? Real time, which is irreplaceable, especially if you have children. They're only going to be this age for a certain amount of time. And you have to make sure that you're making time for your kids. And I tell you this, man, as a dad, I got twin daughters. There ain't no title, ain't no salary, ain't no bonus, ain't nothing in the world that is more important than spending time with them 2 little babies. Another thing I want to talk about is one that a lot of people are asking about me lately. But Rob, what about AI? Won't AI just take all the IT jobs? It's a good question. And the answer is AI is doing nothing but changing tech jobs. It's just changing what's expected. It's just changing how we do things. It's changing everybody's lives. But trust me, AI is not killing no tech jobs. AI, especially, you know, I deal with it. I use it. I want to say I'm a professional level user myself. My entire team does it and uses it, blah, blah. And it is majorly flawed, right? Majorly flawed. I don't trust it to do shit on its own, right? You have to fact check it. You have to make sure that it's doing the right thing. You have to set it up correctly. But I will say this. Humans who use AI are 10 times more productive, 10 times more efficient, so on and so forth, right? And it can save you a lot of time. Every new AI system that gets rolled out by a company, right? Whether it's ChatGPT, whether it's Gemini, whether it's Grok, whatever it is, right? If it's service tools, stuff, analytics, every single one of those systems creates a new attack surface, new vulnerabilities, new things to secure, new things to troubleshoot, new things to fix, new things for customer service to bring up, which means every company that adopts some type of AI also has to hire people who can secure that AI, troubleshoot that AI, and help the users of that AI when something goes wrong, right? Since AI came out and was super popular, blah, 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 there's been a 346% growth in cybersecurity job postings. ChatGPT right now is going on a hiring spree for people. So is Claude, Anthropic. If these AI companies are going on a hiring spree for people, that should be an indication that AI isn't replacing everybody. Because if AI was replacing everybody, wouldn't the people that make the AI, when they just let the AI do everything, they don't even fucking trust the AI, right? AI can't physically swap out a failed motherboard. AI can't go to a user desk and figure out why their docking station won't recognize their monitor. AI can't sit on the phone with a frustrated employee and walk them through a password reset. AI doesn't understand emotions. AI doesn't understand a lot of things. AI can't do anything without you. So when somebody tells me they're worried about getting into getting into IT because of AI, I just tell them what I just told you. The people getting replaced by AI are the ones who never built anything, who stayed stagnant, who literally are just button pushers, right? Like data entry clerks or basic admin assistants or stuff like that, stuff that it requires no skill, no improvement, no anything, something that AI can literally do on its own, right? The people winning in the AI era right now, getting certified, they learn how everything works. And now that they have the skill sets, or they have the certifications, they're using AI as their little worker. They're using AI as something just to add to their toolkit because they know it's going to come up in an interview. They know it's going to be an expectation by employers, right? Last but not least is a fear that a lot of people have that it's too late. I'm too old. Shit is oversaturated. There ain't no jobs. AI gonna take everything, right? You're not too old to start, man. No matter how old you are. Most of the people that are getting our roadmap, most of the people that are going through our free quiz, right, are early 30s all the way up to mid 50s, right? And they're saying stuff like, I'm 31, I feel like I should be further along, or I'm 38, is it too late? Or I'm in my 40s and want to make a change but don't know if it's possible, right? Which is a valid concern. Right now, the average age of someone breaking into tech through certifications in 2026 is somewhere between 32 and 42. Not 21, not 22. Pretty much they're the same age as you. Career changers are the dominant demographic in IT certification programs right now. Hiring managers are actively preferring candidates with more life experience because a lot of times they'll show up on time. They know how to communicate. That's a big one. They know how to communicate professionally and effectively, and they don't quit when things get hard. Not saying that younger people do, but it's just according to the data, older people or people that have a little bit more experience in life just are easier to manage, easier to coach, so on and so forth. So if you're 35, 45, 55, it's not too late. You're just, okay, it's not too late, but you also shouldn't wait no more is the way I want to put it. You're not late, but you need to get started though, right? So the oldest student I ever had was 65. Not saying that you need to wait to 65, but that's the oldest student I ever had, right? It's not too late. It's never really too late, as long as you got breath in your body. But the only thing standing between you and what you really, really want is just making a decision, right? Making a decision to start, having a clear roadmap, and following it. Now, this is the one thing that I want to cover that does stop most people. If everything I just told you is true, right? And it is, why isn't every single person who hears about this already doing it? They believe me. The data speaks for itself. It's because they don't know where to start. And not knowing where to start is the most frustrating, annoying, damn, I want to do this, but who do I listen to? Where do I start? What search should I get? Where should I work? Where should I apply? That's the number one pain point that we get on the free roadmap quiz by a huge margin. That's damn near everybody that fills out the quiz to get the roadmap. They pretty much say, I don't know where to start. Most people check that box and it's pretty much that, and I can't pass my exams. Number one, I don't know where to start. Number two is I can't pass my exam. I don't know where to start is the single biggest blocker keeping people stuck in their jobs, instead of jumping into a multi-trillion-dollar industry that needs them more than ever. And I get it, man. It's a bunch of damn certifications. It's a bunch of YouTube videos pointing you in a bunch of different directions. It's a bunch of different boot camps that's charging $20,000 for outcomes that they can't promise. You got the willpower, you got the intelligence, and you got the time. Your real problem is just that nobody has handed you a clear, simple, step-by-step process on what you need to do. And look at where you are right now and tell you exactly what you need to do to get you where you want to get to next. So your first thing is this. I built this thing entirely for you. The Tech Career Roadmap Quiz. Don't worry, it's free. It only takes 2 minutes. Here's what's going to happen when you take it. You just answer a handful of simple questions about where you are in your career, what you already tried, and what you want life to look like, and what tech areas interest you the most. And based on your answers, not some generic advice that treats everyone the same, I'm going to tell you exactly what certification to start with, what order to stack these certifications in, and roughly how long it'll take to get the income and a lifestyle that you want. That's it. No catch, nothing extra, just a free resource for you. It's free because I just want to give you clarity in the shortest amount of time possible so you can take that excuse out of saying, I don't know where to start. Well, I'm telling you where to start. You'll go further faster. That's the whole strategy. I'm going to help you first. I'm going to make sure that you have the directions that you need to execute on, but it's going to be up to you to execute on, right? Wherever you're listening to this right now, driving, walking, working, robbing a bank, doing dishes, I need you, as soon as this goes off, to go ahead and go to passtechsearch.com. It's literally the first button that you press, and it says get your tech career roadmap. Take a 2-minute quiz, find out where to start. This one single thing, taking a quiz, is the smallest possible first step on the path to everything I just spent the last, half an hour talking about. I spent over 20 years in this industry, helped over 15,000 people get certified, and I built this specifically for you. I know what works. I know what doesn't. I know the path that you need to be on. All I need for you is to take this first step. Oh, shit. Last thing before we wrap up. I want to go back to the very beginning of the episode when I asked, imagine your life 12 months from today. The kitchen table, the kids before school, the laptop, the job you actually like, the money, the freedom, the version of your life that isn't fantasy. It's just a series of decisions. The first one is the smallest, but it's the most important. 2 minutes on the quiz, that's all it takes. After that, one cert at a time, one step at a time, 1 month at a time, until 12 months from today, you wake up in a different version of your life and realize the one thing that started everything was just a simple podcast episode. Do not wait until you feel ready. Just get going. That's all I got for you today. If you like this episode, share it with 2 of your buddies. Make sure that they fill out and get their roadmaps as well. Other than that, this is Rob from PastTechSearch.com, and I'll see you in the next episode.